Hello everybody and welcome to a new segment here on Zombie Chris channel. We are doing Ask a Zombie. Now I did a community post and I asked you guys to respond if you had any questions for the upcoming haunt season, anything you want to ask. And boy did you guys respond. Some of these I could answer really quickly, so here we go. Now, this is an interesting one because we don't primarily know until Universal kind of makes its stamp of approval. There's no saying if Universal's going to backtrack and kind of overturn this and say everyone has to wear a mask. It depends on how bad things get. I mean, we're less than 30 days out, so depending on that, I don't see them kind of changing things. At least we would know at least before the event starts. So I'm gonna say probably within the next week or so, if things haven't changed for Universal as far as like the rules. They did kind of flash that, that little warning on their website recently, and they didn't have that posted on there before. So do they have social distancing going? Not really. I mean, as you can see at the parks, it's kind of just like, we suggest you wear a mask and social distance, but there's no social distance. Will this corona stuff affect the waiting lines? It depends if any other places are not allowing travel. So for instance, like a big part of Horror Nights is not just local people. Obviously local people, are the bread and butter, but it's a lot of folks that travel just to come to this event. A lot of folks travel actually overseas to come to this event. So it depends on if things are kind of shut down from their end. If they're not allowed to travel, then that's going to make less crowds. But a lot of people have been inside for the past year, so they're kind of anxious to kind of do something like this. So it's kind of we'll just have to wait and see how things are going to kind of pan out with this, as far as like social distancing, the mask, and the waiting on the crowds. What's my favorite haunt other than HHN? Are we talking like big theme park size haunts? Are we talking like smaller haunts? Because there's different ones. Like Sir Henry's was really phenomenal. Can't wait to get out there this year. Hollow Scream, I think, is a really good one that people are kind of iffy on, but I think budget wise, like, it may not be there as far as the big structures and design wise, but let me tell you, Hollow Scream folks, they will get that scare. They scare me so much going to their event. I was a huge fan of the daytime haunts as well, but I don't think that's in the cards. I think there will be something over in Islands. From what I'm hearing, there's something that's supposed to be opening up soon. It's not going to be a haunt, but it will have some spookiness in there, maybe some Halloween aesthetics. But other than that, no, they're not going to do anything during the daytime. That's it. Come to the event if you want any spookiness. I think we'll definitely have a different year as far as Halloween Horror Nights. I think there will be scare actors, will be wearing masks. I think they pretty much figured out the entire scare zones will be wearing masks, and there'll be some kind of precautions there. If they're not wearing a mask, they're definitely going to be on a stage or something like either a stilt or a stage where they're kind of away from guests. But anyone that's in the streets, I'm sure they're going to probably be wearing some kind of face mask or something underneath. And I think that's going to add to the design of the scare zones this year, because, like Seek and Destroy, they're probably going to have some weird kind of either alien mask or some kind of gas mask. So they'll definitely be protected. Plexiglass, I don't see it coming back into the houses, especially for something that we're paying for, and as expensive as Horror Nights is. And if you want to check out the video that I did watch it at the end of this video about how expensive a single night ticket can be for folks. No, sadly, you cannot use that Universal Halloween Horror Nights Express Pass over at Islands. It is only good for Halloween Horror Nights, which is at Universal Studios. That's why if you check, I think under the details or sometimes on the ticket itself, it'll let you know the information. It'll say something like, only to be used at Universal Studios, you know, during the Halloween Horror Nights. And they also tell you, I believe on the website, what rides are open for that event. So you can't just use Express Pass on everything. It's just only going to be on the rides that are open. So for instance, like I think Men in Black would be open, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, Transformers, The Mummy, I believe, and I'm forgetting the other like 2 or 3 rides that were open. But no, you can't enter through Islands of Adventure with the Express Pass and use it. So yes, I am definitely going to be wearing a mask this haunt season, especially because it's not just the factor of, you know, all these people going to this event. All these people are traveling from different states. I don't know what they have, you know. Not to say everyone out there is sick or anything like that, but you got to think they're traveling. They come from different places. When the pandemic was kind of rolling around and I was going back to Universal Studios, I didn't really film it, but we would actually take full precautions. Like when we ate or anytime we stopped for like lunch or something, we would actually sit at different tables. We would spread out because we knew we were taking our mask off. We would never sit like any kind of closeness to another person. We were always using hand sanitizer. So I plan to take precaution even further than I've normally done before, especially with things the way they're going right now. Most definitely, I will be wearing a mask, hand sanitizer. You can't really do the whole keep a distance type of thing, but as much as precautions as I can take, I'm going to take them. And that is going to be it for this Ask a Zombie episode. There are a few questions that I did not answer in this because I'm going to be doing a separate video on those. If you also have any questions, leave them down in the comment section on this one. Just like that single night ticket thing, that was just an idea that sprung in my head and I thought about trying it out. If you want to check out that video, go ahead and click it right here. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We cover all things haunt season, Halloween, theme park, all the festivities, all the haunted houses, all that good stuff here on this channel. So thank you guys for tuning in. That is it. Zombie Chris, I'm out of here.